Hello, this is Josh from Advanced Camping, bringing you an all new video tour. This one of the 2024 Winnebago Travato K. This is in the ceramic gray exterior, very sharp looking, especially with the painted fender skirts. It has the deluxe paint package on board. You've got the real nice chrome grille in the front. So very handsome looking. In addition, this Ram chassis is fully outfitted from Ram. So what I mean by that is it's going to have the 360-degree camera on board. It will have, let's see, the rear view mirror camera. So that rear view mirror will be a camera at all times. It has the full size touchscreen in the center. So yeah, it's going to be very loaded up from Ram right away. One of the very few, as there each kind of Ram ends up kind of being a snowflake. So this one really is nice, as it just has everything. So let's take a look throughout. We've got nice aluminum wheels there, big running boards with lighting underneath, so for ease of getting in at night. Nice big lighted power awning on the outside here with a wind sensor on board. This one also has the dual pane windows, which up your R factor from normal glass, which is 0.5, to the dual pane acrylic windows, which are 2.5. So considerably better insulation factor throughout. Also, they kind of tilt out a little bit, and what that means is you can have them open in the rain even. So yeah, just a little bit nicer windows all throughout. You do have to take a little bit of care in them, as the acrylic can scratch a little easier than glass can. But as long as you use sort of a soft rag or something, or buffer when you're washing it, you should really be good. Otherwise, yes, we'll have some other outputs and inputs along the side here. Solar panel input, so you can actually do up to 500 watts of solar. You got 200 watts on the roof already, so you could plug in some additional panels, like they're kind of thinking the portable panels, um, up to 500 watts there. Here we have TV output, so yeah, if you wanted to watch TV outside, then you're going to have, of course, electrical outlets right there on the outside. Very handy. And on the back here, we're going to have the cargo rack and ladder option. So that's going to be quite handy if you're doing any kind of kayaks or tie downs, anything you want to tie down up there. That's great. And it takes some load off of the roof, as well, as the solar panels actually get mounted right onto that rack instead of getting drilled into the roof there. So that's just one potential problem that's been gotten rid of, essentially. So less holes in the roof, always better. So in the back here, we'll have a trailer hitch, wiring, so it is capable of towing about 3,500 pounds or so. And yeah, in the back here, we're going to have our two little rods here. This will create a little annex back here if you wanted to. That's kind of personal preference, but comes with some magnets, and then basically a big tarp kind of covers this whole area, and lets you have sort of a little outside shower, or a place to dry your clothes, or place to change outside if you're at the beach or something like that. So kind of cool. You may use it like once in a blue moon, you may not, but it's nice that it's there. And we'll have our easy to use water panel right here. I love these. It also I just kind of thought of this the other day. The Travato's really the only Class B that we carry that has a black tank flush. And those are pretty important, as that'll get a lot of the gunk out of the black tank, keeping your smells down, keeping your sensors working, real nice. Essentially, you're just attaching a hose on there, and it sort of jets everything out of the black tank for you. So it is pretty handy to have. Otherwise, you have to go down through the toilet with a little snake type apparatus and do it that way. So it is quite handy to be able to do that here. In addition, we have water pump switches back here, an outside shower, inputs for cable and satellite if needed, city water input. This is also where you'd fill your freshwater tank that is heated. So yeah, you're going to have all heated holding tanks throughout. So you're going to be good to go for 4-season usage. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, we've got some porch lights and things like that. Maybe the most difficult thing on the Travato when I do walkthroughs is easily that they don't label the light switches. If anybody here is watching for Winnebago, please start labeling light switches again. You used to do it. Once you get used to it, though, it's very easy to know which one's which. If you have your own label maker, all the better. Okay, so then we're going to have our black and gray drain right below here. And we have a fuel injected inverter Onan generator, kind of a mouthful. All that really means is it's a lower maintenance, quieter generator. So the fact that it's fuel injected instead of carbureted like it's always been in the past means that you don't have to run it under load every month. You don't have to do it as religiously, to get fresher fuel in that carburetor. So you can go longer periods of time. We've heard people who maybe never do that. I wouldn't necessarily recommend that, but it's gonna be less problemsome if you're not running it every single month under load with that fuel injection system. Certainly, I would probably run it every few months just to be safe, but it's not an every month have to do kind of a thing. So, and you can be a little bit more flexible about it if you're going to be busy one month or something like that. You know, Christmas time or something, you can put that off a little bit. So we're gonna have some output from the Truma Combi system for the heat and hot water there. So a little heat output. Big yellow cap is going to be the fill for the propane tank there. Yeah, it's going to be pretty rare to fill these tanks now. I mean, everything's so efficient. It's sort of a smart, that Truma system, sort of a smart heater and hot water system that sort of fires on certain cylinders. So, if it's just maintaining temperature, it'll just use a very minimal amount of propane to get the job done. So, what that results in, very efficient propane usage and people kind of filling their propane tanks once every couple of years or so. So pretty rare enough thing to do, but any place that'll fill gas bottles will fill that. And then we'll have our place for the stinky slinky, as a lot of folks are calling it now. That's going to be a place for your sewer hose there. We have our exhaust system right over there from the Ram. And shore power hookups. That's going to be our 30 amp shore power hookup. Okay. Yeah. And then these are the little 360 camera nodules, just in case you were wondering, just to show that it does indeed have the 360-degree camera. But yeah, very sharp looking. You got a nice view here of the sun hitting it. Just a gorgeous looking color, that ceramic gray. I really, really like it a lot. Really looks sharp, especially accented nicely with that chrome. So let's take a look inside our Travato K. We're going to have our nice lagoon table that mounts right here. So you can swivel your two seats around and use that nicely up in front. Then it also does get mounted nicely in the back here. Of course, if you wanted to use it for whatever you wanted to use it for back there. And your fridge, you can kind of see that here. You have your convection microwave, so you can bake as well as microwave in there, and also grill. So, I mean, definitely a big advantage on the Travato K. All right, coming up here, got our 2-burner gas stove here. Pretty easy to use, just basically like a gas grill. Got these sort of pull-out chargers kind of throughout with, one 10-volt USB, USB-C. That's about everything you can think of there. And this Eco Hots is sort of a quick way to get instant hot water right at this tap here. So if you wanted hot water at the tap there, basically you're going to turn that to preheat, so you can preheat your water, and then the water pump will bring hot water right to the faucet, so you're not running just like at home. Normally at home, no big deal, you run it till you get hot water. Well, in your RV, that's kind of wasting precious resources and filling up tanks. So it'll give you hot water right away. Important thing to have, I think. I like these lighter interiors personally. The lighter woodwork in here. They do make a darker option as well that we could order for you, but I don't know. I'm kind of a fan of the lighter interior myself. Just makes it feel a little bit more open and airy. So we'll have our TV and sound bar here. This is on a big pivot mount, so you can pivot it either which way. If you're sitting up in front, lounging, or relaxing in the back. And yeah, there's going to be three cushions, and the idea is there's two seat belts over there. You can make this into a little kind of sofa lounge area, and if somebody's driving in it, they can kind of use those as back cushions. It also doubles as when you convert this into a king size bed. These will go right in the center there, so going to be quite nice. One of the biggest advantages on the Travato K, this big bit of storage right here underneath this one, real deep. Very, very good storage. You'll get a little bit more here. Very, very deep. It's very usable storage. So very nice to have. And you have all the cabinetry up above, of course, too, which adds up to quite a bit. But yeah, having that extra large amount is quite nice. We're seeing all of our dual pane acrylic windows throughout here. Remember those awning out. Each one has its own screen and shade on it as well. We have these pull-out deals here that are just kind of catch-alls. Really nice. They have little liners on them so things don't kind of move around. Bathroom. Love this on the 59K. Big bathroom for a bigger guy like me. Lots of elbow room, like more than I could ever need. So just a ton of room to shower in here. Comes with a big sort of snap-in shower curtain. Super easy to use. I just love it. And I love that they sort of hide this sink. Wish all of them could do that somehow. But yeah, sort of a little hidden sink there. That's very useful and takes up like no space at all. Real high-end faucets, all stainless steel here too. Everything's very sharp looking here in the bathroom. Medicine cabinet, there's going to be some storage behind here too. Then a little towel rack, kind of nice. And of course, in here, they've started to put adjustable shelves. So you can use it as a hanging clothes storage closet or as a shelving closet, whatever your heart desires. Pretty cool. And then instead of multiple small drawers underneath here, they turned it into one big one, deep one. So very nice. This giving kind of a view of the entire coach here. So you're kind of seeing all the cabinetry. Really is quite fetching. I think that one of the nicer things on the Travato K is just the amount of glass, or acrylic, whatever, windows around you that you have. It's really a great touring coach. So, other models may have a little bit more storage if that's kind of what you're looking for, but none of them are going to have this level of openness, this feeling of bigness, I guess. It just feels very open, airy, a lot of windows, a lot of glass. It's just really quite nice. So let's come up here. Yeah, so we're going to have all of our controls up here. We'll have our heated holding tank flip switch there, so we can have our 4-season capabilities. Our LP propane gas switch is inside. You don't have to crawl underneath the coach to turn that on and off. Love that. Inverter control. So this is going to be a smaller, about 750 watt inverter, mainly for the television. It should also work the kitchen outlets. So if you have a lower wattage coffee maker or something like that, it can run right off of the AGM batteries that are built in here instead of needing to run the generator for every little thing. So that's going to be a nice plus for you as well. Our Truma heat and hot water system, our generator start and stop, tank levels, water pump switches, power control system, and more light switches. Okay, and then we'll have additional storage up here, and then these are going to be the covers for the front 3 windows. A lot of people are asking about this, so you can Velcro kind of just a privacy curtain instead of if you didn't want to put all the curtains up, you could just put one sort of curtain there to sort of separate the front half or the cab area from the rest of the coach. This will have particular Travato will have the ultra leather seats, which are going to be real breathable. They don't get sticky, and just very soft, very comfortable leather. So we'll also see our Ram chassis. You're going to see that that's going to be a rear view mirror camera that's on all the time. Once you get used to those, it is really hard to go back. So just warning you right now, those things are super awesome. They're really nice. They're not coming in every Travato or every Ram that's coming out now. So be careful on that. This one does have it, but it's a loaded out chassis. So just be aware, I guess. It also has a full size touch screen and that 360 camera that we talked about. So, yep, going to be quite nice. But yeah, absolutely wonderful chassis. These new Rams, they've got the 9-speed transmission, 3.6 V6. And yeah, they've got the wireless charging pads. I mean, pretty much everything Apple and Android CarPlay, everything you'd kind of come to expect. Blind spot assist on the mirrors, collision assist for the forward and the back, and even the sides, which is nice. So if you see like a cyclist coming along the side and you're backing up, it will stop the vehicle for you. So that's pretty cool indeed. Okay. So yeah, this is going to be our 2024 Winnebago Travato. My name's Josh. And yeah, if you have any questions, give me a call here and ask for me at 414-281-6330. And we can kind of continue our conversation here. Please do check out our website at advancedcamping.com for pricing and stock availability. If you like this video and want to see more, please feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you and have a great day.